Following this controversy surrounding the building and operation of the University of Ghana Medical Center, we have put together a news desk report highlighting the genesis of the project and what the situation is now.
The construction of the 650-bed capacity of the University of Ghana Medical Center started in April 2013 as a turnkey project by Messrs Engineering and Development Consultants Limited of Israel, with Sheba Medical Center Israel as the medical consultants. Phase 1 of the project was due for practical completion in November 2016, but due to a number of challenges, the completion date was shifted to July-August 2017. As part of the project package, a total of about 71 Ghanaian health personnel undertook a short-term hands-on training at Sheba Medical Center. It is said that after the contract, another agreement was entered into between Ministry of Health and the University of Ghana in 2015, which gave the university the opportunity to own the hospital. Based on this agreement, a company was established by the university to serve as a special purpose channel that will oversee the operations of the facility. An approval was also obtained from the Ministry of Finance and the Public Services Commission to recruit staff for the hospital. Few days ago, the Ministry of Health laid claim to the hospital. This has led to the stalling of activities at the facility, including recruitment of workers. Some sources also indicate a $48 million package is being secured to start the next phase of the project. Former President Mahama commissioned the first phase of the facility with the expectation that the current government will ensure it is operational.
So that was a profile on the genesis of this particular University of Ghana Medical Center. And the concern really is the ownership structure and the management structure of this entity. That is what has come into question in the recent days. Now, I'm going to run us by the company profile of the medical center and the business details specifically to gain a bit of clarity on this issue. The business entity type is actually registered as a company with shares, and therefore shareholders are involved in the company system. Company type is registered as a private entity. It's registered as a private company. And the entity name is the University of Ghana Medical Center Company Limited. The University of Ghana is certainly not a private university. It's a public university, but the company type is a private company for the medical center. The registration number is indicated on your screens as well. And the original incorporation date of this center was September 10, 2015, and the commencement date September 11, 2015 as well. And the nature of the business is a health and a pharmaceutical one. It's the health and pharmacy industry. Now, to bring some more details on the profile of the entity, it's described as, the business details described as the management of the medical center is to the University of Ghana. And there certainly has been heated dispute between the health ministry and the authorities of the school with regards to the management of the health center. The principal activity, same, the management of the medical center belongs to the University of Ghana, and that's where the controversy does come up. Now, what has also received quite a lot of debate recently is the director's details of this health center. And as we would know, former Deputy Health Minister Roger Nunu and former Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Ernest Ayite, and Professor Aaron Nilante Lawson were all accused of registering the newly built 650-bed University of Ghana health facility in their names. And that's where questions do come. I'm going to run us by the directors now. The names of the directors: Ernest Ayite has a position of director. Aaron Nilante, as I mentioned earlier, Aaron Nilante Lawson, a director as well. Ebenezer Owusu, Robert Joseph Metal Nonu, Ni Aye, and Karen Tano, Akumi Tano, Adrian Odoi, Francis Mensah, and Patrick Ayekumi. Now, all these individuals here are directors of the organization. Briefly, the Companies Act, and this is Section 9, types of company. And the reason I'm running us through this is to be able to gain clarity on the private company structure. Now, a private company shall be a company which is bound by the following regulations. 1, which restricts the right to transfer its shares if there are any shares. And as we saw earlier, this particular medical center does have shares in this context, limits off the total number of its members and debunture holders to 50, not including persons who are bona fide in the employment of the company and persons having been formally bona fide in the employment of the company. And lastly, it prohibits the company from making any invitation to the public to acquire shares or debentures of the company, and it prohibits the company further from making any invitation to the public to deposit money for fixed deposits or payable at call, whether bearing or not bearing interest. This is quite technical, but this just goes to raise questions on the ownership and the management structure of this particular hospital. Is it managed in the personal capacities of the persons I named earlier, in the name of the university, or in the Ghana Health Service? And that's what we've been probing throughout the day, and we're certainly going to continue probing here on News 360. On to you, Alfred.